past as that dark came and let in the new, which is why we need to be talking about portals tonight, right? So I'm going to start talking about them. And this again, last week and the week before, we were involved in some kind of high-end conversation about reality creation. And I'm looking for you on Facebook right now to be able to see the comments as they come in. And I hope all of you will give me comments, and there you are. So if you're on with me now, tell me hi. And if you come in later, just hit hashtag replay. So this goes out further into the algorithm and it helps other people as well. So super glad to be with you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the eclipse deal. I hope you didn't look at the sun. But it's a great day, like I said, for you to let go of things that you're ready to let go of and receive the new energy, which is why we're talking about portals tonight. And by the way, if you are a member of the Women's Collective that I have, my membership that teaches you how to run a business, how to get into the mechanics of it all, and how to get into the mindset, which is really important, and all the manifestation stuff, from beginning your business, my membership. Next week, we are starting coaching week. So I will be, for the members, you'll get an email about this. You'll receive a Zoom link. I'll be live on Zoom teaching you about starting your business and building your business. So if you're not a member of the Women's Collective and you want to be, just put a note in the bottom of the feed here and say Women's Collective right now. This is going to change, but there's the yearly fee to be in this membership is $99 for the whole year. And it is $14 a month right now. This is going to change very, very soon. But next week is coaching week. So there'll be a live coaching Zoom, and we'll also have our live meeting in Salisbury, and we have them in other places around the country as well. So super glad to be with you. And all of you who are in the collective, in the membership, are always invited to join me today on the Mondays and come into the Zoom room and ask questions and get coaching before and after. So let's talk about how to access money portals. If you're on with me now, say hey to me so I can see and chat with you. And please ask questions and all of that. Now, again, we're talking about reality creation tonight. This is a higher level of manifestation. It's kind of level 4 and level 5. So if you are getting this, that's great. And hey, Marlena, I'm so glad you're here. If you don't understand or you're kind of trying to tune in a little bit to this, that is fine too. And that, by the way, if anybody knows Carolyn from from our quantum, I know you do, Marlena. She's trying to get on and I cannot tell her right now where I am because I'm in the middle of talking to everybody. So if you could, send her a little back text, that would be great to tell her to get on my main feed. All right. So if we're going to go into energy portals, and these are energy portals. So I'm talking about money. I always talk about money with you all, because money is the thing that will change everything for you. And most of you have a lot of trouble with it. And most of you, even people that are moving into $1 million businesses, especially women, have trouble and hit bounces along when it comes to money. It's not naturally part of our process. So I always talk about this in terms of money, so you can take what I say immediately, but you can always apply this. There you are. Hi, Carolyn. Thanks whoever helped her get on here. And if not, Carolyn, you found it yourself. You're so resourceful. All right. So glad to be with you. So back to the topic. Always, I'm going to talk about money with you, but you can apply this stuff, but you can use anything I say immediately when it comes to your money, and immediately to use it for other things too. That's the thing about everything I'm teaching you, is it's practice. It's practice. And so, me as your coach, I'm glad to help you practice, and I'm glad to coach you through it, because, this is new stuff and you're used to being yourself and you're used to doing things differently. So, I'm glad to coach you and set that up, and I'll tell you how you can get more coaching. But let's get in. So tonight, what I want you to do in the beginning of this is always, 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 when you're upgrading and learning something new, you start with the basics. Go back to basics over and over and over again, all right? And so some real basic concepts here to really pull out of the bag and really be knowing about and examining and thinking about is to absolutely know and be sure that your thoughts are impacting your money. There's so many people, in fact, like Schwab did this, the financiers did a survey of people that had a financial plan, and they found out like only like, I don't know, 10-20% of all people had a financial plan. And they started asking, well, why don't you have a financial plan? Because and a lot of people said, well, because nothing I do affects my money anyway. I just go to work and I don't need a plan. I just show up at work and hope my retirement takes care of it. Well, those are people that really don't understand that your thoughts impact your money. Everything you think, all of your beliefs, everything you learned as a kid about money, like those statements, and type some in if you're following me right now. What are some of those statements about that you learned about money as a kid? It's hard to get money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Family was worrying about there's never enough. All of those thoughts become beliefs, because all a belief is a thought that you think over and over and over again. So listen to that. All of a belief is a thought that you think over and over and over again. So your thoughts, those things that you're thinking over and over and over again that you heard from the time you were in the crib, are impacting your money. And the beauty of that is, now that you know that you can change a belief by just on purpose thinking a new thought over and over and over again, you can change your thoughts and change what impacts your money. But your thoughts are impacting the money you receive, the money you think about, the money you get. All right. So that's a basic that we need to be all on the same page about and review. And you having an abundance mindset is super important. That comes from your beliefs, that comes from you on purpose, knowing your thoughts impact your money. But an abundance mindset is a mindset wherein you believe, and not just believe, but down in your gut, your soul, your everything, that there is abundance in this world, and that you are part of the abundance. God is blessing you with abundance, and you deserve it. All right. So these two pieces are basics that are really, really important. And I would tell you to go back and review this. And if you don't get this, or you don't know this deep in your heart, or you need some help, kind of get some help, get in touch with me. All right. So the second part of this, after we have the basics, is to understand reality creation. And you are by your thoughts, by your mindset, you are creating your reality all the time. And if you could kind of think of it as a movie, or if you play video games, or you've ever seen video games, it's kind of like the simulation. We are all literally living in, and you can kind of think about this will bend your mind, but we're all living in a video simulation, a simulation that comes out of our mind and our mindset. So we're creating all these scenes, all this stuff that happens, all of the pieces that impact us and our money. We are creating it out of our mind. And so just think of your life and what's happening with your money in terms of that video simulation. All right. And so what can you do when you play video games is, when you don't like the scene, you can move on to the next scene. You could go up a level, you could go down a level, and this is all of your choosing and your creation. So you can start to think about this reality creation of you living in a simulation, because you are. All right. So money portals are like accessing new rooms in the video game. All right. So their energy, their rooms, essentially bubbles that are energy source. So they're energy connected. And you can, on purpose, just like you would in the simulation. Somebody give me a heart if you're following me here. In the in the simulation of a video game, you can go to the new room or the portal. You can go to that money portal. All right. You have control over it. So this very night, you can access money portals. And this is so fun. I'll give you a story about this. And for me, it often starts with calling in things that I enjoy. You know, like if you just go to call money, sometimes that can go down a bad road. Okay. So you want to always call in and go into the room, if you will, in the video simulation that you can enjoy, that you feel integrity with, right? And so when I go to call in money, what I start to call in is new clients that are amazing, that are a fit for me, that I love serving, right? That I love doing my coaching with. And when I call those in, the people that hire me bring money. And so that brings me joy. It brings me the ability to work on purpose in the world. It helps me transform you all, which I'm trying to do tonight, trying to help you with that. And so you can open these portals through thinking about or moving into in your imagination a new room in the video simulation that you're living in. All right. So I call this in often money by calling in new clients. I go into the client room, all right, in the video simulation, and I go see all the new people that could be there. They're sitting there in my mind's eye. They're sitting there at this table, and I talk to them and I say, hey, come on, let's go play. Let's go do this. I want to help you transform. And I always talk about money with them. And then I receive new clients. All right. So portals, money portals are like moving into a new room on the simulation. And the way that you access it is you have to use your imagination. So you imagine what you want to happen. So you could imagine a room with literal piles of money, right? You could imagine this vault, this big bank vault, and go in there and see literal stacks of $100 bills, which I've done that as well. So you can imagine that. You can imagine walking down the street and finding money along the street while you walk there. I mean, it's what you want to put into the simulation that connects you with the energy of money. Anything is fine. You're in control of the simulation. Remember the video game that you're in. All right. So you start with your imagination and then you begin to create. So you create the scene. You create what you want. And this requires the money portal opening requires that you have to know what you want. All right. So if you go to open up, like, okay, so let's imagine you're in a video game right now, right? And you decide you want to go to a new game and you got a new room and you get this little guy running along with the little thingy controller and you try to find this room, you try to find this room, and you try to find a new scene, and you decide, okay, I'm going to go in here and this is a hotel, and you get into the hotel and then you leave the room and you go somewhere else, and then you go somewhere else, and then you go somewhere else, you don't really have anything that happens in the game, okay? You're just going from room to room to room. So the video simulation, the portal that you want to open for your money has to have what you want. Like, do you want $1 million? It doesn't matter what you want, but the piece of it is you have to believe it. All right. So $1 million, $500, $5,000, but you have to stay with it, because if you go to open the portal and you're calling it in and you say, hey, bring the energy of money. I've got the energy of money. I'm in the simulation right now and I'm calling in $5,000. And then you go and you call in 10,000, and then you call in 1,000, and then you call in 500. It gets the game gets into a glitch. You cannot create reality that way. So the first thing you have to do is know what you want and create it in your mind's eye. And you can do that. I always go to think I'm playing at a video game, and I imagine the video game like stacks of money, or the Mercedes-Benz car, whatever it is. I create it in my mind, all right? And then here's the next piece is this is energy. So the portals that you're opening, they're literal pockets of energy, all right? So you have to participate in this. You have to, like, in your mind's eye, open the portal to allow it in, like you go into the room essentially in the video game. You have to move. You have to move yourself, move your mind, move your attitude, move into the room that you want to live in. All right. So if you're calling in, if you're trying to open that money portal and you're calling in $500, you have to move into the visualization, the belief. The belief is really important, and the feeling of having it, like you go live it. How would it feel? Somebody type in the comments right now. If you know, I'm giving you keys to open up a money portal tonight. If you, the key to open your money portal, how much money are you asking for in that portal? Somebody type that in because I want to use it as an example. It doesn't matter to me if it's $10 million or $10. I just want to use it as an example. So if you're listening right now and you want to receive a sum of money and you're clear about it and you can imagine it, please type that amount in so I can see this. And then I'll use it as an example. So, okay, so somebody typed in, Marlena says 25K. Okay, so Marlena, yay, Marlena, I'm proud of you from our other program. So 25K, she wants this money portal. She's opening up the portal on purpose. She's in the simulation. She's envisioning what $25,000 looks like. And now what you need to do is to really participate in the energy coming forward is you have to move. Remember I said, so you need to feel what that would feel like, all right? So feel how it feels right now, right here and now. I'm helping you open up this energy portal, Marlena, right now. Feel how it feels to have $25,000 right now. Feel it. Does it feel amazing? Does it feel empowering? Does it feel fun? Carolyn says 10,000. I want you, those of you that are typing this in, feel into it. Tell me how it feels. Does it feel exciting? Does it feel, what does it feel for you? All right. This is the big thing. This is the big key that's going to keep the energy portal open. So your imagination is right. Your creation, knowing what you want is right, but then feeling it as if it's there. This is the law of assumption. We won't go all into that, but this creates the energy that will bring it to you. All right. So you need to move into this. You need, okay, April says it's motivating. You know, when you have this money in the simulation, Carolyn says her 10,000 is vitalizing. All right. Maybe it's secure. Maybe it calms your nervous system, maybe whatever, but you stay in that feeling. All right. And live into it. Like I often literally imagine like I'm in this room in a video game and I've just got $25,000. How do I behave with it? How do I feel with it? Who am I with it, right? This is huge. Keisha says it feels good. Motivation. I'm ready to invest. I love that. Keisha's ready to invest it too. She's going to take her money and invest it. So maybe she'll move into a room of investment. So as long as you can stay in the simulation, as long as you can stay in the video game, if you will, or the script or the movie, whatever you want to call it, and you feel that and you create it, I'm telling you, it cannot help but come to you. You have then opened an energy portal, all right? But what you have to do is you cannot sit there. You have to be and behave differently than you do now, okay? This is so important. You have to be and behave differently than you do now, because the reason you're getting what you're getting right now is because of who you are and how you behave and how you feel and how you think. So this is going in the simulation to a new room. You've created it. You know what it looks like. You know how much money you want. And then you go be it with that money. Now, I'm not saying, please be very clear that I am not telling you, oh, I want, you know, I've got $25,000. I've created it in the stimulation. I'm going to go spend, you know, and buy a Porsche tomorrow because Paula says, you know, I need to live it. That actually is lack-based thinking. That is, I'm going to go get it because I'm afraid, right? Or I better get it, or I better do this so I have it. No, this method is about abundance thinking. And this is about you creating that scene and you living in that scene until you believe it so wholly that you are not even afraid. You know it's coming. You live it. You are it. And there's going to be pieces of it that you can bring out of the simulation into where you stand today. All right. So we're not going to get in the idea of, oh, I've only got $10 in my bank account and I've opened a portal for $25,000. When's the $25,000 coming? When's the $25,000 coming? When's the $25,000 coming? Because that's lack-based behavior. That is not abundance behavior. What we want to do is know the simulation, know with beyond, like faith, right? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's coming. You don't know exactly the way you're playing the game. You don't know exactly how it's going to come or, what is going to come to you. But I'm telling you, because of the law of assumption and because the way the laws of the universe work, if you get into that state and you feel it and you change how you're behaving, how you're thinking. So Keisha says she's ready to invest. Well, one thing for her to bring in the simulation is looking into how she would invest it. All right. For me, I have created this way over and over and over again. And some of you may know or follow me and see how my income and my life is changing. It is exploding because I use this method all the time. I understand the law of assumption. I understand how to be in the simulation and how to feel that I have it and imagine it and create it and recreate it again and live in that simulation until I have beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's just me. It's part of me. It's who I am. It's sort of like, you've got brown hair, you've got brown eyes. It's just who you are. You don't wait for it to happen. It just is who you are. And that's what I want you to do to get this energy portal open. Now, the creation part of it is an energy part of it. This money portal is the energy. You do have to move. So you have to change the way you behave. You have to change who you are. You have to think through that. All right. So you're going to continue to visualize and you need to change your vibe. So many of you around money right now, you just give me a heart if this is your truth, or you could just hide it and say, yes, Lord, that's me. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but you say amen, right? If this is you. So many of you are hearing this right now. You got a little bit of anxiety in your stomach and you're thinking about, oh, I'm so broke. How could this ever happen? But I'm so broke. I'm so broke, right? Yeah, I see you. I see the hearts coming. Oh, I always try this stuff and it never works for me. Well, when you start that, your vibe goes down. And for energy, this is a top layer energy you're creating in the simulation. And your vibration, your energy has to be higher for you to be able to receive it. That low, lack-based, fear-based, crap-based energy, you cannot receive in that energy. Listen to me. That low-level energy, that focusing on what you don't have, in the gap, we call it, in being in the simulation and you go back 2 levels down because you're, feeling all poor and trying to find it in poverty state. That is the vibe or the vibration or the energy that you cannot receive from in opening up these portals. You have to have a higher vibration to receive, for your hands to be open, for it to come to you. So now that you get it, you're starting to live a little different, be a little different, you understand the simulation. What I want you to do, this is the easiest way to up your vibe, is be grateful. Love, gratitude, well-being, even getting into a state of well-being, trusting God, trusting that it's all okay. All of those states are things that bring you to a higher vibrational level. So the easiest thing to do is just be grateful. Be grateful that you have this money. I mean, do it in the present tense. Like Marlena, you said you wanted $25,000 to come through the portal. All you got to start saying is, I am so grateful I have $25,000. Not when I get it, that it's coming to me. Live it in the simulation. Y'all getting this? Yeah, Keisha said she spoke this earlier. This is, tell you what, you've heard this once, you spoke it twice. The universe is talking to you, Keisha. The universe is talking to you right now. I am just like, oh, I'm in so many vibe receiving mode right now. So you have to visualize, you have to believe it, and go live it as now, right? Not when I get it, I can't wait for it. Because the minute you start saying when and I can't wait, what that does is it stops all the energy coming. It's the energy of waiting. It's not the energy of receiving. So you just go be grateful. I'm so grateful I've got this $10 million. I have $10 million. I'm so grateful. And then think about how you are as a person who has $10 million or $25,000 or whatever it is. Think about how you are. What would you be doing? How, and don't stay in the present. Bring it from the portal that you've opened to your present, and be conscious and be present. All right. Now, I know this is a lot for a lot of you. This is new. This is reality creation. This is manifestation gone level 4. All right. But I'm not playing with y'all anymore. I'm not playing at the lower levels anymore. Y'all are either, I'm here for the 1% that are in to follow this and get this, and will create a life of millions. I'm not playing at the level and trying to bring you up. I'm going to stay up here where I know what works and what I know what is, and y'all can come on. I'm playing with the 1%. And so some people will listen to this and be like, I don't understand what the hell she's talking about. Well, let me see her later. And other ones will listen to this again and again and again and tell other people. Now, if you're one of those people, you need to be playing with me. It's not easy to do this. There's some people on this feed right now that are in other programs with me right now, and they know that it's harder because our society isn't talking about this. Our society is focused on brokenness and lack and, and poverty, and we don't have enough, and the gap. We are every day as the 1%ers. That's why I call us 1%ers, because only 1% of all people will do this and get this. All right. And really hook on to this. And the 1%ers need each other. And we need to remember this. That's why I take you back to basics, because that's where you start again. That's where you go back and bring this back up. So I want you, if you're a 1%er, to be in my world. All right. I am in 3 weeks, I believe it's the 30th of April, starting the 3rd round of the Quantum Wealth Activation Program. People that are in this program right now are on the feed with me here. You can say I'm in, or you can say what you like about it or whatever. But it is rocking worlds. It's changing and opening up those portals, opening up the activation in the quantum field. What I was just talking about here is it's quantum physics, it's quantum reality, which is everywhere at once, and there's no linear time. So you can literally create this stuff tonight, right? Just go live it and go be it. All right. So I'm starting the next round of the Quantum Wealth Activation Program. It starts the 30th of this month. I have early bird pricing for it. I will put the link in the feed when I get off of here. If this is singing to you, there's so much more that I teach you, and I actually activate you during these times. And this is part of what I teach during these sessions. It's 5 sessions. It's going to open up and explode your income, explode your mind, and you will be different in 5 sessions. All right. I'm Paula Bullen. I'm a master business and mindset coach, and I am so glad to be talking about this tonight. This is my love. This is how I live. This is how I have created literally, at one time in my life, I was more than $500,000 in debt, couldn't feed my son, all of that poor me story. That is not the situation anymore. I am, I have 3 very successful businesses. I have tons of fun. I don't work 90 hours. I have so much great stuff going on, and millions in assets. And every day, the money, the portals feed me, right? I put the energy in, and I do what I need to do, and I play in the simulation. You guys, you got to learn. Somebody type in simulation. Those of you that are on here later on the replay, please put in hashtag replay. Please share this with other people, tell other people about it, and get your butt into the Quantum Wealth Activation Program. And I will see you next week. I'm here every Monday talking about Million Dollar Monday. So it's actually, now I call it Money Manifestation Monday, because I just love talking about that stuff. Yes, you are so welcome, Cece. I'm so glad you're here. Keep tuning in. We'll talk soon. Have a great night.